Hello everybody, Skin Deep Beauty Vlogger here. I hope you're all really well. Today's video is a tutorial on this natural peachy look. It's very work appropriate, it's really wearable and also very easy to do as well. So without further ado, if you'd like to know how to recreate this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to just spritz my Real Techniques fluffing brush with a little bit of water. I find that this gives a really nice, flawless effect. And I'm going to take some of my Holy Grail foundation. This is the Makeup Forever HD foundation in shade 120. And I'm just going to buff that into the skin, which I've already prepped following my usual skincare routine, and then just added a little bit of primer on top. I really love this foundation. It doesn't contain an SPF, so that's good for me because it means I can wear it day or night, and it doesn't matter if there's going to be flash photography because you won't get flashback. And I've done a whole video reviewing this, which I will link below. It's my flawless foundation routine. Next, I prime the eyelids and also underneath the eyes where I'm going to be applying concealer. I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Mine is in the old packaging because I like this so much that I stocked up and got lots of backups before they changed the packaging, and I'm still working my way through them. I always work this into the eye area using my ring finger so that it doesn't drag the skin. I find that by applying it underneath where I'm going to put my concealer, it helps to prevent creasing. For brightening under the eyes and disguising dark circles, I like the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. I'm in the shade 010, which is Ivory, and I just apply this using the doe foot applicator directly from the tube. I'm only using it on myself. This is a really nice option because it's a good opaque concealer that helps to disguise those pesky dark circles. If you would like to see my under eye routine, then again I've done a video, so I will link that for you below. For concealing blemishes, my favourite is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer. Again, this is a really nice opaque concealer, so it kind of does the work for you. I've just got a couple of blemishes that are healing at the moment, so I'm going to dot that on. I like to dot it onto the skin and leave it just while I'm applying it to other blemishes. I find that if it sets a little bit, then it gives a slightly more opaque coverage before I blend it out. And I just press this into the skin using the warmth of my fingers to help with blending. I like to use a cream blush, and the shade that I'm using is NYX Hibiscus Stick Blush. I like this because you can apply it directly from the tube onto the apples of your cheeks, and you don't need a brush, so it's good for travel. I like that the tube outer reflects the colour that's on the inside as well. It's a really pretty peach that works very nicely with this look, and I just blend that out with my fingers. It's sort of on the apples of my cheeks, but I work it up onto the high points of my cheekbones as well. And then just to make sure that the edges are blended and sort of seamless with the rest of my skin, I just go in with what's left on my foundation brush and buff around the edges. I'm not going to contour because I want this to be a relatively fresh face look, however I am going to use some highlighter. This is Benefit Girl Meets Pearl. Again, I just apply it directly from the packaging because I'm only using it on myself and I find that to be the most convenient. I really like this for a nice skin-like finish. It's very believable. And I sort of take it on high points of my cheekbones, down the bridge of the nose, any left over on the cupid's bow, and any that's left on my fingers just underneath the arch of my brow as well. Now that I've applied all of the cream products that I'm going to be using on my base, I'm going to set that in place using the Rimmel Stay Matte and a Sigma large powder brush to apply it. I'm just going to do a light dusting of this because I do find that it lives up to the matte name. Can look a little bit too powdery. I like to sort of press it into the skin where I've applied concealer. And then I just dust it over the other areas. This is a great powder, but I hate the packaging. I think it looks really cheap. And to be fair, it is a cheap powder. Next, brows. I'm going to be using the Tom Ford Brow Sculptor in Taupe. This is my favourite brow product. Again, I've done a brow routine, so I will link that below. But I just sort of comb them into place and then touch up where there are gaps. Just very lightly. I just had them threaded yesterday, so my brows are looking okay at the moment. I tend to just focus on the outer sort of tail part of them, and then I just soften that by going back in with the spoolie to blend it. I tend not to use brow gel on an everyday basis. Next, curl the lashes using my Shimura eyelash curlers. Then I'm going to line the bottom waterline using the Rimmel Nude Scandaleyes liner. This will help to brighten up the eyes. Now onto eyeshadows, and I'm just going to use one brush to apply both of the eyeshadows that I'm going to be using in this look, and that's going to be the MAC 217. I really like this brush because it helps to place the eyeshadow on, but it's fluffy enough that you can buff out the edges as well. And I'm going to use two eyeshadows in this look, which I think are paired really nicely together. They make for a very nice, wearable, work-appropriate look. I've also worn this look to have lunch with friends, for example. So for my neutral MAC palette, I'm going to be using the shade All That Glitters. It's extremely popular and it has a nice peach undertone. It's quite similar to Naked Lunch, but I would say that whereas All That Glitters has a peach undertone, Naked Lunch has more of a pink undertone. Please excuse my nails, I'm trying to give them a bit of a break from polish at the moment. So I'm going to take that shadow on the brush and apply it all over the movable part of the lid. Such a pretty shade, one that I reach for repeatedly. I really love it. And I just sort of, as I'm applying it, use a windscreen wiper motion along the edges to help blend. Then I'm going to wipe off any excess on the brush, just to clean it up a little bit, and I'm going to take the shade from my matte palette, which is called Brown Down or Down Brown. It's this one here. I always get confused with which order the name's in, but I'll make sure that it's all linked with the other product names down below. And I'm just going to take this onto the brush. And I'm going to rest my brush just on the corner there so that I can feel it in the crease, just on the outer corner. And I'm just going to work that backwards and forwards, almost to sort of where the coloured part of my eye starts, but focusing on the crease. This is a really nice combo. That's just going to help to deepen up the look and add definition to the eye. Again, just wipe off any excess from the brush so that it's a little bit cleaned up, and then just buff the edges back and forth in a windscreen wiper motion. Next, eyeliner, and I tend to go for black eyeliner, but recently I've been reaching for the NYX Retractable eyeliner in bronze, just a little bit softer for daytime use, and it goes really nicely with those peach tones and also the down brown that we've used. And I'm just going to take this along the upper lash line, as close to the lashes as I can get. Not winging it out or anything like that. And then to finish off the eyes, finish off with a slick of your favourite mascara. My current one that I'm enjoying is the Max Factor Masterpiece Transform. I've talked about this quite a lot previously. It's got a really small brush that I initially didn't think would do much, but it's actually really good for adding volume. I am using the shade Black, just because, I don't know, I just tend to go for black mascara. But if you wanted to keep the look soft, then of course, feel free to use brown. Just so easy to quickly create volume with this mascara, and really easy to catch those smaller lashes as well. See? With and without. Last but not least, lips. I'm going to line them using my favourite eyeliner. I'm going to line them using my favourite lip liner, which is the No. 7 Precision Lip Pencil in Nude. This allows me to slightly overline them. It's the perfect shade for anybody with light to medium skin tones. And I'm going to pair that with MAC Peach Blossom. I've really been enjoying this combination recently. It's a very nice, natural, wearable look, but I think that overall, the combination of this lipstick with this eye look and the blush, it all works really nicely together. I'm just applying that directly from the bullet. And this lip look is really nice for day or evening. Quite nice paired with a smoky eye as well. Last but not least, I'm just going to use a little bit of Scandaleyes setting spray. I very much enjoy this. I feel that it helps to set the makeup in place and also take down any powdery finish from that Rimmel Stay Matte. And that's the finished look. I really hope that you like it. Do give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!